everybody, and welcome to another ASMR video here on the channel. Now I've just started recording and I realise I've forgot to prop up the baby Yodas that have become a little bit of a staple in the background, so I can't really be bothered to get up from my position, so they're gonna stay down. But this evening's video, I have literally no plan whatsoever. It's actually been a good couple of weeks or so since I last sat in front of the camera, so I kind of wanted to just get back into the swing of things and also get a video up this week and basically give a recap of what I kind of did over the Christmas break, and then my plans for the channel for 2024. And I should say, first and foremost, Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you for an incredible 2023. It really was a momentous one for me. Personally, moving into my first house, planning my wedding, and then also with the channel, like we've just grown at such like a crazy rate, and I think my target was 30k, which I thought was a bit of a long shot, and we ended up on 32, so no complaints from me there whatsoever. But yeah, essentially, as I'm recording this, it is Wednesday, and this should be going up on Thursday. And I only just went back to work today, so I broke up for work the Friday before Christmas, and then I had the whole week off after that off, and then back today, so it was a good like 11 or 12 days or something off, so a really nice break. And while I had a break from, my job, which is, completely screen-based, I wanted to birth that, and I wanted the only screen I was really looking at to be my TV, watching Christmas movies. So I filmed content ahead and had a little bit of a break from producing content on here as well. But I hope you don't mind too much. To be honest, you probably won't have noticed because it was literally just like a few video slots here and there missed. There's nothing major. I'm sure you can deal with it and get over it. But it was definitely the right thing to do. I think it gets near to Christmas time, and I'm sure many of you do, just get so burnt out, and you just need that time to just basically do nothing whatsoever. And that's exactly what I did, to an extent anyway. So yeah, I have no notes for this video. I just wanted to give a little update. But in terms of what I did over the Christmas period, if you are interested, I was gonna do the whole Christmas haul type of video, but I don't really like those videos. I think I've got no issue if you want to do one, but I just personally feel it can come across a little braggy. Not that I got the most incredible presents ever to brag about, but I still just didn't fancy doing it. But anyways, obviously this Christmas was the first Christmas I spent in the new house with my fiance, and it was really lovely really to have that sort of quality time. And I am one child of 5, and I'm the oldest. The youngest is currently 7. So you can imagine last Christmas we all were still living at home. You can imagine how hectic and crazy it is. And obviously the belief in Santa is still present there, which it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I do like that because of course he's real. Of course he's real. But to go from that to waking up with just me and my partner was a bit of an adjustment, but honestly a fairly welcome one. It was really nice. We did stocking presents in bed, went downstairs, had breakfast, and did presents under the tree, which was mainly to and from each other, but also from our families as well. We then chilled out a bit, played some games, and then we went for Christmas Christmas dinner at my fiance's dad's house, and a few members of extended family, and then more extended family came over for the evening. And my fiance's dad has a bar down the bottom of the garden, and we played on the Wii down there, played Wii Party. Timeless, classic. And this sort of drinking and playing games and stuff went on into the pretty late hours of the night, early hours of the morning, which was fun. But then on Boxing Day, we drove straight from there back to my family's house, the house I lived in my whole life, apart from obviously currently. And that was really nice, to be honest. Boxing Day is probably my favourite day of the year, typically, because it's just the day where you can most feel the least guilt about doing nothing, if that makes sense, what I just said. And yeah, again, we played games, had drinks, had some really nice food, and just had a good time, really. And then in between, then a New Year's, we kind of just had some chill days at home. We went away for a couple of days to a place called Unstanden, which is on the beach. It was very windy and cold, but that didn't stop us walking along the beach, going to the arcade, and having fish and chips. And New Year's Eve was just quite a chill one, really. I'm not really all that arsed about New Year's Eve. Like, I don't really do New Year's resolutions, because I think if you want to do something, just do it any time. You know what I mean? Like, just because of the position of the sun shouldn't like dictate when you decide to go to the gym more, kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a bar humbug. But anyway, I'm just not bothered about New Year's Eve. I think the fireworks are a waste of money. I really sound miserable. I apologise. But we did like a come dine with me dinner date type thing where we each cooked a course. There were like 4 couples, and we each cooked a course, and we did dessert. Cooked a banging lemon cheesecake and brownies. And that was nice. And then on New Year's Day, I drove to pick my mum up, and we drove up to beautiful sunny Stoke. As my team, Ipswich Town, were playing Stoke, and we went up there in the freezing cold, pouring rain for a beautiful 0-0. And it just almost felt destined that was going to happen. But I like going to the football on New Year's Day. It's become a little bit somewhat of a tradition, wherever it may be. But it was still a lot of fun, and having moved out, I enjoy spending that time with my mum. And again, my mum having to look after a lot of kids. It's one of the few times we get to spend one-on-one time together, so that's always nice. And then I think that's it, really. Yeah, because then January 2nd, did nothing, watched the entire series of the new Harlan Coben series, For Me Once. Watched all of it in one day, loved it. And then, as I say, back to work again today, back to the harsh reality. But to be honest, it's not too bad. I kind of get to the point where I kind of, in a way, want to go back to work, because I kind of like the routine a little bit. And I definitely wanted to come back to making videos. I guess it kind of segues nicely into talking about my plans for the channel. I spent a good amount of time today and yesterday. Essentially, I basically have like a Google Sheets, and there's like different tabs. One tab is my upload schedule. On another tab, it's my filming schedule. Another tab is my video ideas, and then various other bits. So I just spent a good amount of time filling the video ideas spreadsheet. I basically have like columns. I've got obviously history, facts, conspiracy theories, true crime, and history people. Like to differentiate from events and stuff. And then one-off videos that don't really fall into my category. And YouTube Studio open, and I was scrolling through comments and noting down requests, because I've had requests to do facts about F1, a longer dedicated like history dinosaurs video, some more true crime stuff, and there was one request about the Phoenix Lights, which I think, from briefly reading, is about like alien UFO sightings, which I personally had never heard of before, but you can bet it's on the list now, coming soon. And also with the like conspiracy theories, I feel like we've done all of the main ones at some point on the channel, but a lot of them we did years ago now. We've pretty much been up and running on this channel for nearly it must be approaching 3 years now. And say, for example, the JFK assassination, I think that might have been the first conspiracy theory I did, or maybe the moon landing. It was so long ago. I'm pretty sure in some of those videos I look back and I cringe because, like, my beard isn't well trimmed now because I've been lazy. I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning. But if you go back to those videos, like, I'm so bushy, my hair is just like mental, and then my beard, like, I clearly hadn't really learned how to shape my beard because it's like really long and then comes to like here and like straight down like a square. And also I think like the background and the quality is much improved now. I still want to work on this background a little bit. But my whole point of talking about this is we're going to be revisiting those topics, the main big conspiracy theory topics, but just framing it as if like we're answering a question. And again, going back to that original moon landing one, I think it was only like 20-25 minutes, but I want to do a video that's like 1 hour plus, like proper deep dive, giving context, the history, the facts, and then diving into the various conspiracy theories and dissecting them a bit more. Basically just the older videos but on steroids and with improved quality is the plan. So, was the moon landing fake? Who shot JFK? Who really built the pyramids? Is the Earth flat? All of these big questions. I want to do improved videos on this year, and I've already planned a few of them, which is cool. So that should be good. And I'm gonna apply like a similar thing to the history videos as well. Like, we've done a World War II history video, but I kind of want to do a video on how the Nazis came to power, or how did Vietnam really win the Vietnam War? Almost as if we're answering like an essay question kind of vibes, and go through it together. I think it'd be like a fun way of revisiting some of the most popular topics on the channel, and just in the wider conversation, I guess. So that's the plan with that stuff. Plenty of pretty unique true crime videos coming up. Now, I don't want to promise in case I got this wrong, but I believe next Thursday will be a Space Facts Part 2, which is Space Facts Part 1 is my most successful video ever on the channel, and I've had so many people request a Part 2, so lo and behold, I will be obliging and doing a Part 2. There'll probably be quite a bit of repetition in the facts and stuff, but it would literally be physically impossible for me to, well, it wouldn't be impossible, but it would take ages to go back through and check that there aren't any duplicates or anything. But a quick note on memberships. We're just gonna keep cracking on. One thing I really need to remember to do this year is remember to keep putting in the member shout out, the little graphic that appears here or here. That basically just says thank you and gives you a little shout out, because often I'll export like an hour long video or whatever and then realise I've forgotten tight turnaround and I won't have time to put it back in, or I'll just forget altogether. I'm going to make it part of my process. And what I'll do is I'll just like update it every month, so I don't have to update it before every video. It'll be like beginning of the month. Let's say use cancel the membership, who's a new member, and we'll go from there. So if any of you aren't members, there's a link in the description, or if you're on desktop there should be a join button if you fancy clicking it. I won't beg too much, but it's £2, and I think there's like 21 members exclusive videos on there now. You'd have access to all of them, and then there's 2 a month, some emojis, shoutouts, various other things. So yeah, looking forward to cracking on with that. And the next thing I want to talk about is live streams. So I've always said when I moved out I wanted to start live streaming here on the channel. I don't think I'd go to Twitch. I kind of like having everything here. And with the with the office kind of being done, well, not kind of being, it is done now. I feel like I'm in a place where I could definitely do some live streaming, but I kind of need input from you guys a little bit, what you would want to see from them and in them. So, for example, would you want to see live scary Reddit stories where we sort of go through them together, but maybe some scary but relaxing music in the background and then talk about them? Or maybe more light-hearted ones where we take a look at Fesshole on X, for example, or DIFU on Reddit, that kind of thing. Would you want to see GeoGuessr, which I play quite a lot on the gaming channel, but would you want to see that here? Or would you like just a chat, or I don't know, live book reading? The book reading's difficult because we've done Sherlock Holmes a couple of times and I intend to carry on with that. But I'd love to read like Harry Potter, but just because of copyright, I can't really. But basically, let me know. I have the content and stuff that's on the channel or not on the channel. There might be things that other channels do that you think could apply here. What kind of thing would you want to see in the live streams? Because I'd love to do at least one every fortnight, potentially one every week. But I'd start with one a fortnight at first while I got used to live streaming again, because it's been a little while since I've booted up Streamlabs. But yeah, I love live streaming. I love that sort of live interaction with, and I like, personally, I love when the ASMR gamer live streams, even if it's just like off his phone with like the kind of semi-crappy mic quality. Like, it's still, I think, just having that ability to directly talk with, you know, your audience is really cool, I think, because like the comments, if you ask any like genuine YouTuber, I guess, I'm not really a YouTuber, but whatever, everyone will like cliche say, that's not a sentence, but they'll say the best part is reading the comments, and it just is true. It just is true. It really is. Like, this kind of probably like a really good place to end the ramble. But like, one thing I noticed so much when I was scanning the comments for video ideas and suggestions was like the sheer amount of positivity in my comment section is just like absolutely bewildering. Like, I reckon I get one negative comment probably every like 100 comments, and the negative ones aren't even like horrible. Like, there was one, oh, what did it say? I think it was on the space video, and someone just put, "You're really effing weird, aren't you?" It just made me laugh. Like, but obviously, like, that's down to you guys. I feel really like proud of, like, I think it's the same for most ASMR channels, to be honest, but even still, with the channel, I feel really sort of just proud of like what we've built here essentially, and just section is, I think it comes from a place of, you know, when you produce content, not repetitive content, but, you know, like the history, the conspiracies, we all share that common interest and that kind of like inquisitive mind, and it gives us all something in common, so there's not really any particular reason to be negative. But that's what I think in my mind anyway. But so I just think in terms of like building that community, that sense of, you know, connectedness, I think live streams would be a really good step in that direction and will be a whole lot of fun. I just need to work out what I would do. Pretty much. So please do let me know down below. But I think that's it, really. I just wanted to make this little video to touch base, to say thank you for the amazing year, and I'm genuinely really excited for this year. I think it could be a big one for the channel in terms of like subscriber goal. Like, I don't really have one in mind, to be honest. 40k would be not. I mean, 50k is like a mental number, isn't it? It's halfway to 100, but I don't know if we'll hit that. We might do. But I don't want to set any targets this year. I just want to sort of have fun with it and see where we end up. But yeah, I've literally got content planned out for the first like 4 months of this year because I got a little bit carried away with planning and can't help it. I love it, and I will not be stopping anytime soon. That's for certain. So enough rambling from me. I hope you did enjoy this video. This felt very alien to be sat in front of the camera again, so hopefully when I sit down to record next week's videos,